So this is a big week for us. Yep, it's bigger than Dana finally potty training Jasper, who now flushes twice as a courtesy. And it's bigger than Jesse finally getting the hair transplant. Thanks to the Bronx Zoo for donating the minks. Nope, it's way bigger than that. The 5 is turning 10. This show is officially old enough for Anthony Weiner to start texting it. It's true. This show, probably one of the biggest hits in cable news, has outlasted everything from 24 to Lost to Brian Stelter's hair. To put it 10 years in perspective, that's 4 Geraldo marriages. I still remember when I was asked to do this show, one boss called me and said, hey, we're doing this thing. You want to be on the thing? You have to write a mono for the thing. I said, what's this thing pay? We had no expectations. All we had was our good looks and prescription medications. But I remember sitting here on the first day next to Dana Perino, both in our booster chairs. She had ghosted me the entire time she was at Fox. But now she was stuck with me, and against her better judgment and the restraining order, we bonded. And the rest is what liberals hate, history. The show succeeds for one reason that other networks can't replicate. We are real, and they aren't. Even though this show is seen by millions, it could just be one person. The cameras are on, the cameras are off, we don't change. There's no difference between us talking here and talking in the green room, except for Dana's filthy mouth. She curses more than Jeff Zucker looking at this show's ratings. We aren't deliberately unpredictable. We just can't help it. We've done something like 2,000 shows. Wow. And like Trey Gowdy's hairdos, you'll never find one that's the same. They're all mutant snowflakes. But the 5's biggest reason for success is you, the viewer. You treat us like family. And by that, I don't mean showing up unexpectedly, eating all our food, and then stealing our booze. Instead, you welcome us into your living room. I always know that if I'm down on my luck, you would lend me money just before payday. If Dana is on the run from the law for violating the height requirements at Six Flags, or Jesse pulled another runner at another expensive dinner bill, you'd hide all of us. That's a true friend. And the reason for that is easy. Because while it's always 5 o'clock somewhere, the best somewhere is here. Huh? Is that
I love it.
Thank you.
Do it again.
All right, do it one more time, So, Dana, what do you remember most about the early days?
Well, I know that you think I ghosted you. I kind of did, but not because I didn't really know what I was doing.
I have witnesses.
I remember being, I didn't think remember they told us it was a 5-week temporary show.
Right.
So we all, I think one of the reasons why we were all like, okay, let's just have fun, is because we didn't think it was ever going to be anything.
Right, exactly.
And so it's like being on a high wire without a net. Even though I wrote so many notes and I became so prepared, and then basically I had to throw them away. And also, I remember this from those first days with 2 things. One, that they sat us together, which was a really great, turns out to be a blessing in my life. But it was really because we were the shortest people.
Right.
And for the lighting purposes, they had to sit us next to each other.
Exactly, yes.
And the other thing
Thank God I wasn't 6 feet tall.
Just remember how, I think I was pretty reticent, really, to share any of my personal opinions on anything. I kept reverting back to whatever the Bush administration policy had been. And I really credit you with helping me come out of my shell. And thanks for that.
You're welcome.
And thankfully, I haven't been fired yet.
Yes,
I'm coming that far out of the shell.
I remember I was so paranoid over doing these in-depth political stories that I was seeking help from all over the building. I don't know what to do. Like, we were talking about these esoteric topics, like...
and 27 of them in 1 hour.
Yeah, we'd have 20 topics. And I was freaking out, and then I got over that. Jesse, you came late to this show. But I've always said this, before the 5, I could not stand you. No, it's honest. We can't. But so what did the 5 do that brought this Jesse out that we didn't know existed?
Well, one correction. You said we're the same on and off camera. I think I'm much worse off camera.
Probably.
Much worse, and I think everybody would agree. I do kind of feel like a woman right now.
Oh my God.
Let me explain. You know how... Here,
hold my hand.
You know how women celebrate their birthday the whole week?
Right.
That's what we're doing here on the 5. Like, celebrating the whole week. I gotta say, I like how a woman feels. Yeah, you said the other day, you were like, Jesse, you've been here 4 years, and now you're officially part of the family. What was that? 4 years? But, I mean, I think we've all changed in 4 years. I think, Greg, you've gotten funnier and skinnier and much richer. And I think I have been more mature, and I don't make personal attacks about people's physical appearance as much anymore. I think Dana's probably changed the most. She started making sweeping generalizations about people based on skin color. I don't like that. So I think you need to watch your mouth. It is funny, like I started covering the Trump presidency. And that's a funny presidency to start with from the set. Permission to make an analogy?
Absolutely.
It's kind of like your first kiss as a supermodel. You set the bar really high, and now we're covering Biden, the presidency, if you can call it a presidency. And I think we've shifted pretty gracefully to cover Joe Biden. We work together really well. If you have an off day, I carry the show.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think that works, and people enjoy it.
Also, I mean, the ratings are amazing, and like you would think with a shift like that to go from the most interesting president to the most boring. The ratings are like skyrocketing.
Still dominating.
It's still dominating. Raul, you've been in TV for decades. You're a TV legend. So you know what works.
True.
You know what works and what doesn't. How did we manage to last 10 years?
Well, I think you are very unpredictable, and I think the writing is excellent, and I think you come up with great notions. And I like the chemistry, obviously, between you three main characters. I've always been in an awkward role here, you know, filling in for Beckel first, and then Juan Williams, and as the oddball, quasi-progressive person. But it works. I don't mind being the foil from time to time. You know, and you two together, it's like Teen Kids News sometimes.
Teen Kids News.
And I was thinking about Trey Gowdy. Doesn't he remind you of Draco Malfoy? I mean, I'm surprised that you haven't used that comparison.
I don't know.
I know, but you've really you've become superstars. And in this universe, it is without question, unequivocally, a huge smash, a big hit. Your success is well earned, and it is undeniable. So I'm pleased to be here.
There were many doubters.
Yes, there were.
Many.
Katie,
There still are.
Yeah, there still are. Like, when we first started, there was a guy that predicted that we would be done in months. And
There was a guy who told me not to unpack.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you used to work for him.
Yeah. Katie, so your interaction is as you're a regular coming in, and what's your? I would like to get your input on working with our producers, who we have not mentioned yet, who often prepare you and prepare us for this show and deserve a lot of the gratitude that we, you know, and a lot of the success.
Yeah, the folks
That was very
behind
hard for you to give them any props, Gutfeld. Way to go. It was like pulling teeth right there.
Did you notice I was having problems putting the words together?
It's hard for Greg to spread around the credit for the success of the show, but we're glad that you've been able to do that with your co-hosts and with the production team today. No, I think as you've seen over the course of 10 years, and you will see throughout the week, there are so many amazing things that get planned for the show. Things have to change around a lot. Breaking news changes things. Weather changes things. The rain, if we have something planned outside, for example, and we can't do it because of the humidity or a massive thunderstorm that may be coming through. So the production team is amazing in the sense of answering your questions. If you need extra information, briefing you on important topics, you know, following the facts so you don't say something that maybe isn't true, and dealing with Greg mostly, I think is the biggest challenge that they've had, and they are very, very good at doing that.
They're an excellent team.
But you're going to tell us what's up this week. But to that point, that's important about the whole idea that's being, maybe we're overusing the phrase cancel culture, but the Five is like on the forefront of that because we're live, and we're daring people every day by what we do. Like the people that hate this type of stuff listen to it hoping that we screw up.
Yeah.
And so we're right there on the front. We're live every day. We don't have the blessing of editing stuff out. And so you actually have people that work for competing organizations and little blogs hoping that one of us screws up and that they can, you know.
But then, and to that point, like we back each other up.
Yeah.
The audience backs us up, and then we're backed up by the people that work here.
I'm often backed up.
You know what?